Lisa James, and I'm here to speak about my corporate leader. My corporate leader, Phil Knight, co founder and chairman of Nike. Phil Knight is an American billionaire businessman who is a hardworking and dedicated person. As per Forbes, he is the 26th richest person in the world. My brother continuously uses the products of Nike and he always says about its quality and its products. So I was curious to know about the owner of this Nike, and that's why I selected him as my corporate leader. Looking at the early life of Phil Knight is born as the son of a lawyer turned newspaper publisher William W. Knight and his wife Lotta on February 24, 1938. His schooling was at Portland and he went to the University of Oregon in Eugene. He loved running and was a key member of the track team. And there he met his legendary coach Bill Bowerman, who changed his life. He graduated with a journalism degree in 1959 and his father refused to give him a summer job at his newspaper office as he wanted his son to find his own job and his own way of doing a particular job. So Knight went to the rival Oregonian where he worked the morning shift tabulating sports scores. He continued his education at University of Oregon. He was a sports reporter for the Oregon Daily Emerald and earned a journalism degree in 1959. As every person, Knight was also confused about his future after his graduation. So he enlisted himself in the army and completed a year of service. Also, he graduated with MBA in the year 1962. Talking about his family, he married Penelope Penny Parks in September 1968 and they had 4 children, of whom one son Matthew died in a diving accident in 2004. Every person have a turning point in their life. For Knight, most of the events that happened to him in his life are his turning point. Some major turning points in his life are: while working on an assignment, Knight came up with the blueprint for a business dealing in sports shoes. He wrote a paper titled, "Can Japanese Sports Shoes Do to German Sports Shoes What Japanese Cameras Did to German Cameras?" There he realized that the purpose of his life was to create a business dealing in shoes. While having a trip around the world, he visited Japan in November 1962, where he discovered the Tiger brand running shoes which were manufactured by Onitsuka Company. He was highly impressed by the high quality and low cost shoes and quickly secured a distribution contract with the company. Also, he took a job in Portland-based accounting firm along with his business plan. He collaborated with his former coach Bowerman to form a partnership to distribute shoes in America, and thus the company Blue Ribbon Sports was born in 1964. For the next few years, they opened retail stores in Santa Monica, California and Eugene, Oregon, and the company performed well and was generating profits by 1960s. But they also have to face some problems. That is, Knight and Bowerman faced some disagreements regarding the contract with Onitsuka in 1971 and decided to start their own company. Jeff Johnson, a friend of Knight and an employee of Blue Ribbon Sports, suggested naming the new company Nike after the Greek winged goddess of victory. Knight aspired to design products that the world's top athletes would want to use. Nike's model of shoe, the Cortez, debuted at the 1972 Olympic trials and proved to be highly profitable. Knight offered an endorsement deal to the tennis superstar John McEnroe, and this proved to be one of his best marketing moves. The company's escalating fame allowed Knight to rope in more world-famous sports people like Michael Jordan, Andre Agassi, Charles Barkley, and Tiger Woods for endorsements. In 1990s, Nike expanded its business and branched out into hockey, golf, and soccer apparel. Their aggressive expansion strategy paid off, and the company enjoyed more than $10 billion in yearly sales before 1999. Every person have major achievements or key milestones in their life. Some of the key moments of Phil Knight's career are as follows. In 1962, Knight orders $26.56 in track shoes from Japan's Onitsuka Company and starts an import business. In 1964, Knight and his former Oregon track coach Bill Bowerman each put up $500 and start Blue Ribbon Sports. In 1972, amid conflicts with Onitsaga, Knight launches the Nike Line trade show in Chicago. And in 1973, Knight sues Onitsaga for breach of contract. In 1974, the lawsuit goes to trial and Knight testifies each of 10 days and the company prevails. Nike takes the company, then known as Nike, public, and the company starts to set up operations in China and prevails in a lengthy battle over unpaid duties on imported shoes. In 1985, Nike's Jordan line debuts. It's since become $2.2 billion business and the gold standard for athletic endorsement deals. In 1995, the third surge in Nike history begins. The first surge was a waffle trainer and the running craze. Knight said in his 2000 shareholder letter, "When that slowed, we thought we ran out of market. We had another surge with basketball behind Michael Jordan and boost training with Bo Jackson. Then, when they thought their growth was dead, another surge came in 1995 when Nike became fashionable and athletic urban wear became king. In 2007, Knight's philanthropy picks up, including a $105 million gift to Stanford Business School. In 2016, Knight publishes Shoe Dog, a memoir, and at that same year, he steps down as the chairman. Every person has success and failures in their life. Every person, before having a success, there will be a failure. And in Knight's case also, there was success and failures in his life too. When looking at his achievements and awards, in 2000, Knight was included into the Oregon Sports Hall of Fame for his special contribution to sports in Oregon, and he was inducted into Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 2012 as a contributor for being the driving force behind Nike's huge financial support of US basketball and its players. In 1989, Knight received the Golden Plate Award of the American Academy of Achievement. Also, for his contributions to business, corporate, and philanthropic leadership, Knight was elected to the 2015 American Academy of Arts and Sciences membership class. In 2020, the university polled alumni and fans on social media, asking them which 4 UO alumni they would place on a national Mount Rushmore for the university. And Knight was one among those 4 final choices. There were also some difficult situations faced by Phil Knight, and some of them are: along with tremendous success, Knight also came under the scrutiny of human rights groups over how Nike treated his workers in Asian countries. Nike was accused of paying very low wages to its Asian workers, and there were also accusations of corporal punishment and sexual harassment in Nike facilities. And also, another challenge they faced was, for many years, the ongoing central challenge was their cash flow. Telling about the organization Nike, Nike is an American multinational corporation that is engaged in the design, development, manufacturing, and worldwide marketing and sales of footwear, apparel, equipment, accessories, and services. Nike was founded in the year 1964 on January 25th, and its headquarters is situated in Beaverton, Oregon, United States. Its founders are, as we all know, Bill Bowerman and Phil Knight, and the CEO is Mark Parker. Its brand ambassador is Kendrick Lamar, a singer. Nike's logo, swoosh, represents motion and speed. The symbol is swoosh, and it is not a check mark as thought by most of the people. And Nike's tagline, it's a phrase that was actually inspired by the final words of a criminal who demanded the penalty after committing 2 murders in 1976. That is, just do it. This gives an outline of the major products of Nike. Nike's products include footwear, sportswear, sports equipment, body care, and accessories. Footwear, we know footwear for football, running, cricket, and basketball. And sportswear include t-shirts, hoodies, tracksuits, track jacket, tops, and shorts. And sports equipment for basketball, football, golf equipment, etc. And body care, as we all know, it's deo. And the accessories include bags, backpacks, sunglasses, and gloves. This includes almost all the products of Nike, all the major types of products of Nike. And every company have competitors in this world, and Nike have many competitors in this world, and the top competitors, or the top 5 competitors are Adidas, Reebok, Puma, Fila and Converse. Talking about the philanthropy. Philanthropy is nowadays one of most important thing and a corporate leader should have. Nowadays we have corporate social responsibilities for every companies. That is, every company should do something for our society, and it's compulsory now. Before corporate social responsibility, the philanthropy the philanthropy done by Phil Knight is noticeable. That is, as of 2016, according to Portland Business Journal, Knight is the most generous philanthropist in Oregon history. His lifetime gifts now approach $2 billion. And some of the major donations for the philanthropy activities that he done is listed out as: in 2006, Knight donated US dollars 105 million US dollars to Stanford Graduate School of Business, which at the time was the largest ever individual donation to a US business school. In 2006, Knight donated 400 million US dollars to start the Knight Hennessy Scholars graduate level education program inspired by Rhodes Scholarship. Also, Knight Oregon, and it includes funds supporting the renovation of a Knight Library and construction of Knight Law Center. In 2016, it was announced that Knight will donate $500 million to UO for a new 3-building laboratory and research science complex. In August 2007, Knight announced that he and his wife would be donating 100 million US dollars to found the UO Athletics Legacy Fund to support all athletic programs at the university. In 2010, construction of the UO basketball team's Matthew Knight Arena was the result of a partnership between Knight and the former Oregon athletic director. Also, in October 2008, Knight and his wife pledged 100 million US dollars to a cancer institute and that was the largest gift in the history of Oregon Health Science and University. In October 2010, Knight donated several million dollars to the Kathleen Gables School to establish a scholarship for incoming freshman students. And in December 2016, Knight disclosed that he had gifted $112 million in Nike stock to charity. Here are some relevant videos about Phil Knight, and this video is an animation of an overall summary of Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. This animation, as it is an animation, it attracts every person, including children, and it is very easy to understand. So it's a very nice video. And the next video is Phil Knight's 10 rules. That is, this includes his advices to the younger generation or the upcoming generation, or the tips that we should follow. And these are certain good advices, and I recommend everyone to watch this video. And for concluding, Phil Knight is the co-founder, as we all know, of the Nike, one of the world's largest suppliers of athletic shoes and apparel. And one thing to be noted, and that we should study from his life, is that Knight is neither a sportsman nor the owner of a sports team, but his influence on the world of sports has been tremendous. As a Forbes writer noted, the man who built an empire on a pair of shoes still cherishes the words of his track coach: play by the rules but be ferocious. Thank you.